Hashinshin, wake up! They're killing teleport! Why? Hey everybody, and welcome to my video on teleport. Riot is killing teleport. Why? I don't know. It took me a day to make this video because I was contemplating not even making a video on this change, because to be completely honest with you, I've been trying to do like more positive content. I've been trying to do like, hey, look at this cool build you could do, like, oh, learn to play this champion, oh, this champion's so good right now, you know. I've been trying to phrase things positively and bring some fun into the videos and stuff like that, but I really can't do that if Riot is just gonna keep shitting the bed like this, can I? And so I hesitated. I was contemplating not even making a video on this, but because they're basically targeting, you know, my lane and me in particular, when you can think about it, it felt like I kind of maybe sort of should make a video on this. And so this is probably going to be a negative, hateful video because Riot is doing really dumb shit again. So what is Riot doing? Let's actually go look at this. My Vanderil here has made a video. You can go to subscribe and look at Vanderil. Great YouTube. I mean, pretty much just does stuff straight to the point, you know, pretty consistent, stuff like that, right? Though me telling you to do that, probably drop in the bucket considering how much the, let's say, size difference is here, okay? So what they're doing to teleport is it's being nerfed. The channel is going from 4.5 to 4. You can see that here, but you can only teleport. You can only target an allied structure until 14 minutes in the game. The cooldown is going down to 360. Now, you might think that that's great. You're going down to a 360 second cooldown, but let me actually tell you why. 360 seconds. So it starts at 420. It goes down to 360, but have you noticed something here? Have you guys noticed something here? 360. By level 6, it already had a lower cooldown. So you're losing the functionality in being able to block minions, control your wave, teleport to another lane to get a kill, but in return, you can get it to be like a 10-second lower cooldown in the early game. Now, it is going to 270 seconds cooldown, but I'll get into that in a second. No, it's going to do that now. It ended up at 210. The whole point of teleport was that it was a scaling summoner, whereas Ignite and Exhaust and Barrier, those are immediately useful in lane. Obviously, teleport was scaling. That was one of the ideas. That was an idea. That was one of the reasons they did. And they, oh my god. So let's go look at this stupidity. Let's just go fucking look at this stupidity again. Okay, let's look at this. Okay. So, yep, you can see him. He's trying to teleport. Oh, he can't. Why can't he teleport? Because Riot is stupid. Because they're dumb. Now, that wasn't teleport. That was the practice tool. He immediately, yeah. And so, oh, he can't teleport to a ward either. So even if your bot gets a deep ward, even if they play the game properly to help top lane participate, to actually not be in a 4v4 with a spectating top lane, to help top lane actually participate in the game, they can't even do that. Can't even deep ward to try to help your bot lane from not feeding anymore. Alright, I guess I can teleport to the turret, ask the opposing team kindly, hey opposing team, I'm coming to murder you, stay still for a second. Anyway, yeah, so, yep, and then at 14 seconds, or 14 minutes and 14 seconds would be nice, it transforms, and then wow, you get 270 seconds cooldown, which, by the way, 270 seconds, that is level 13. So, once again, you might save, like, if I had to guesstimate, you might be saving 10 to 20 seconds cooldown if you use it at that exact moment. And then for the entire rest of the game, it's once again on a longer cooldown. Brilliant. 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 Really cool company. Anyway, let's go. Okay, so then we see here. Yeah, and then he'll probably, I think he does like a thing, and then he can shows, oh, now he can teleport to minions. Wow, guys, the functionality that's been there since the very fucking beginning. Yay, we're getting it back in 14 minutes. So why is this the dumbest change ever? I'm gonna try to keep this short. I wrote myself a list. Okay, I'm not gonna show you the list, that would be spoiling the content, but I wrote myself a list here. The first thing is to do is I want to tell you guys, I really don't like covering I said league stuff. I don't really like covering any league stuff, but no, I don't like covering the negative league stuff anymore because it's so negative. There's so much time where like an event happens or something happens, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't want to talk about that. That's how I felt with the preseason balance video. That's how I felt with the Ruined King event. Not the game, but the event. Is, goddamn, this is so stupid. I don't want to be a part of this negative, like, just chain of negativity. But that's, God, that just feels like all I'm left to be a part of is to just spitefully sit here and hate Riot because they're stupid. So, let's remember, why was Teleport pushed? I want to bring up a map of Summoner's Rift here. Why was Teleport pushed? Does anybody remember? Because this, I'm going to shorten my camera here for a second here. This, do you guys see this? This is the part of the map that matters. All of this shit. Now think about how much you need to, like, this entire section of that. This fucking half of the map did not matter. So what did Riot do? Man, we should allow top laners to participate and actively do shit in the game. Which is a great idea. I agree with that. Top lane should impact the game. But lately, Riot has been saying with all the teleport nerfs, the Ignite is turbo broken right now. It's like turbo fucking cancer super mega fucking broken. Ignite is disgusting. With all this shit, Riot has been trying to push top lane to go Ignite, to 1v1 deathmatch to the doom, and then they don't get to participate in the rest of the map. Better hope your bot lane wins. Fundamentally, here's the issue. And as I wrote this here, top lane is an island, and they've always been an island. And the issue is that if you get bot lane fed, and you get mid lane fed, and you get the jungle fed, you got 4 people can play right here. If you play here, you can play 3 people. Generally speaking, it's better to get 4 people ahead than 3 people. That's just math. That's just basic math, okay? However, one of the advantages top lane had was a fed top laner who didn't have to teleport back to lane, who could use his teleport freely on bot lane, who was hard winning his lane, who had jungle pressure or whatever, could teleport down bot lane, shut down a play, win bot lane for his team. Now I might be saying, Hashinshin, that's unfair. That's unfair. Why should top lane be able to win bot lane, but bot lane can't win top lane? Because bot lane does win top lane. With the support, bot lane actually does win top lane. The support can roam top and fuck shit up. We've seen this numerous times in competitive settings. We've seen this numerous times in solo queue. It's basically the strategy. That's what happens. So pretending that doesn't exist is idiotic. This is an extremely bot-centric change made to ensure that bot laners who are ahead can't be interacted with by the top lane to stop their feed. So bot lane can continue to destroy top lane, but top lane can't do jack fucking shit to stop bot laners from annihilating the map. Riot is heavily pushing Ignite, and I just want to be clear about something, okay? Back in the day, way back in the day, when Riot started pushing Ignite into top lane, we started getting more and more damage in the early game. 7 years ago, a 100 damage spell at level 1 would be considered very high. That would be a very high damage spell. Nowadays, a lot of abilities have way more than 100 damage at level 1. A lot of them are on much lower cooldowns. People will have abilities and passives and other things going on. 100 damage at level 1 is average. I would honestly say being able to do 100 damage at level 1 would be, at this point, average to low for how much damage you can do in top lane. Why? Why was this allowed? Because everyone started going teleport. So you needed more ways to kill in top lane. So you could push more damage without Ignite ruining it. But now we're pushing Ignite back. Now, this isn't how power creep happens all the time, but this is a really good example of how power creep happens. Damage gets increased because X, but then X goes away. Everyone's using teleport instead of Ignite. Oh, well, now we can push more damage, but then what happens? Ignite gets removed. So maybe for a little bit, top lane was doing about the same damage it would with Ignite, but now if everyone's using Ignite, they're destroying each other. If you guys have ever actually played, and you guys have probably had because you're at the lower ranks, if you've played Ignite via Ignite top lane, if both players are good at their abilities, and both players are good at positioning and using their champions, etc., they destroy each other so goddamn fast these days. I think a lot of people still don't know Ignite is a 60% healing debuff. Not only does it push several champions off viability, which, remember, let me just be clear about this one. Let me make my camera a bit bigger again. The only reason that champions like Dr. Mundo started to even show up at the higher ranks was that they pushed Ignite out, and people could start actually playing healing champions without getting all their shit fucked over by healing debuffs 0 seconds into the game. If there's one thing we've seen, it's that healing champions are at an extreme disadvantage and have to be buffed really hard. I made a video on that, you can go watch it. Riot has been chain buffing every healing champion because they overbuffed Ignite. So now, with Teleport effectively getting murdered for all intents and purposes, the only reason to use Teleport is if you have a really bad lane matchup and you want to be able to recover from it, which I guess is fine, but the thing is, Teleport is long since evolved from needing to be that sort of simple, basic, just teleport back to lane to recover because you're against Kennen as Jax, right? Like that's not what Teleport is there for anymore. Okay, it's there to try to help top lane to impact bot lane. Now you can say, oh, but mid laners have been taking it. Oh, some junglers have been taking it. Well, first off, like Master Yi takes it like twice a year. Don't at me with that shit. You know, let's look at percentages on that one, okay? But second off, the fact that top lane is nearly always 2 teleports, although it has been going to Ignite lately, and mid lane sometimes has 1 teleport on bad mid laners, that's not a reason to make top lane not impactful. Particularly because this isn't happening at the beginning of the preseason. This is happening a month into preseason with no previous changes, nothing being done to ensure top lane will remain relevant. We've seen buffs to all the weak dragons. That means there's no time anymore where you have a weak dragon. There's no more shitty cloud dragon where you go, oh guys, it's a cloud dragon, we can play top. You can't do that anymore. And so every dragon is strong, bot lane is becoming more impactful, top lane is becoming an island, a super island, like a mega island. And I'm just really frustrated at this entire change because this shit is so stupid, and they just fling this a month into preseason with absolutely no changes in mind. Nothing. No dev communication, nothing. Just flung out there at us, the player base. Just fucking like throwing shit at our face. And yeah, that's basically this video. I really don't have much more to say. It's really frustrating. It really feels like when they slapped the fuck out of Gore Drinker and Conqueror right at the end of last season, only to buff them up later, by the way. Only to realize that they buffed them up later. Too late. Too late for most champions. The season was over, so anyone that mained those champions was fucked over. At least this is in the preseason. I mean, it's not like Riot would just do this change with no plan on how to do anything else, how to fix anything. Surely they wouldn't do that and then just fling it into ranked open and be like, it's just early in the ranked, we'll see how things play out. Surely they won't do that. Surely not. Anyway, that's my video. I'm perturbed. I'm kind of just venting because, dude, this shit is just really fucking irritating me, man. I swear to God, like, how the fuck can anyone be positive about League of Legends when the view counts are plummeting, the streams are dying, everything's just like it's and what do we get from it? Oh, we're also just fucking over top lane because, like, oh, we're only 20% of the player base, right? Like, the 80% of the player base will be happy that top lane's getting fucked over, I guess. Just beat the shit out of the weak kid, I suppose. Just bully the fuck out of us. We can't fight back. We don't have teleport anymore. That's it. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate all my Patreon supporters. You're all great people. Please subscribe to my Patreon. Next week, or I should say tomorrow, we're really ramping up. We're trying to do the daily videos. I'm trying to do that. Tomorrow, I'm looking at doing a video on Kled and just, because, yeah, I had a Kled build and then Riot killed it a fucking week later after I made the video. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make a new video being like, hey guys, that build I told you to go, it's dead. Yeah, so, yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate everyone who watches. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.